Today for New Music Monday, we're going to take a look at some of the albums set to come out in 2015 that I'm really looking forward to. 2014 was one of the strongest musical years in a very long time, and there's already a handful of records that I cannot wait to hear. And first up is Faith No More, who are about to put out their first record of studio material since 1997. It's a really long time to be out of the studio to come back with a band, but with the level of talent that those guys have, it could be an absolutely amazing release, and we'll get to find out what they've basically been doing musically for that whole time. All of them have had plenty of time to pursue solo works, other bands, really dig into other sounds, whatever they wanted to do. And I'm really interested to hear what that downtime did for the band, what they're all bringing back to the group, the new sounds that they're going to explore on this album. In their prime, Faith No More was a band making music like nobody else, and they're one of the groups I really love. This one's coming out in April, so be on the lookout for it. It's gonna be a treat. Speaking of musicians I really love, Björk is apparently set to put out another record sometime during this year, but the date is still a bit fuzzy. And to be honest, given the last outing that she had, I am very hesitant to give this one a listen and get excited. I made and make no secret about what I thought of her last time out, Biophilia. That to me was a complete musical disaster. It was horrible. And even after more than 3 years of trying to get into it, it hasn't grown on me in the least. It's just a bad record. Along with that, I know she's doing a project with MoMA here in New York City, as well as putting out a book, so I'm honestly wondering just how much time and creativity she devoted to this new record. There's really no date on this one, though they have said it will come out this year, and I'm really trying to get excited about it because Björk is absolutely in my top 10 favorite musicians of all time. I'm hoping that maybe she's come down from that ego trip or whatever it is that caused Biophilia. It was just a misstep for her, and every musician has one. So hopefully she's going to return to making quality music, and we'll all just have to wait and see when this one comes out. Now, the first big album to come out for me in 2015 is going to be the next Marilyn Manson album. It comes out later this month, and it's called The Pale Emperor. Now, unlike most people, I really like the idea that Marilyn Manson is finally getting back to just being a great hard rock band and kind of ditching the hot topic theatrics that he had going on for so long. It was just getting lame. On top of that, his 2007 album, Eat Me, Drink Me, is one of my favorite albums that he's done, and I really dug the 2 singles he's released thus far. Manson has said that there's going to be a strong blues influence on this record, and I guess that means there's sort of a band rebirth on this album. And that to me is really good news. It sounds like he's getting into new musical territory. I can't wait to hear it, so be on the lookout for the review later this month. Finally, Madonna. Yep, Madonna. We all know that the album is coming out later this spring, and we all know she's been a bit of a social media train wreck the last few months, and it's been so bad that part of me thinks she's doing it purposefully just to hype this record. In truth, it's been about 15 years since there was a Madonna record I really loved, and her last album was about as bland a record as she's ever made. But this is Madonna we're talking about here, and her track record pretty much demands that you listen to what she puts out that's new stuff. She's always trying to innovate, and a lot of the time she gets it. Thus far, I have purposefully avoided all of the leaked tracks and the stuff even she's put out. I want to hear the finished product in its entirety like she wanted us to hear. But to be completely honest, my expectations are pretty low. It's been a long time since Madonna really hit one out of the park. And she's gonna have to do something pretty amazing on this album to earn back my respect musically and what she's been doing in the media. It's just getting childish. Hopefully Madonna's gonna blow us all away and bring us into the new era of dance music, but we're gonna have to wait and see on that one. I think this one comes out in mid-March. We're now in an era when artists can really announce an album only a few days before it gets released, if not shorter than that, and for fans, that's a really great thing. It's cut down the distance between the artist and the fans, and it really lets them put music out when they want, how they want. There are gonna be dozens of killer records coming out this year, so stay tuned and keep your ears open.